Alright, so today here is what we're going to take it over one of the most historic clubs in English football and world football, which is Manchester United, a team that have been struggling for the past 10 plus years or even longer than that now to kind of find their identity again and get back to glory they used to have. But obviously now they find themselves 10th in the table, managed by Ruben Amorim. And speaking of Ruben Amorim, in this series we're going to keep him as the manager for at least the rest of the first season, and I'm going to do the storyline where if we don't get Champions League football by the end of the season, because I think top six will be too easy for us. I think Champions League football is a big challenge. But if we don't get Champions League football, or maybe just finish outside of Champions League football, if it's super close, we can maybe get away with that one. Then Amorim will be sacked, or I'll take over as a manager in the future. Let's get into the series. Drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. Comment down below the page if you want to see a sign and sell in this series. So let's get into this one, and hopefully, well, give Amorim a second chance, or maybe a third or fourth chance now, and revive his chances at Man United. And when it's time for our first game of the series up against Crystal Palace, are currently 6th in the table with 12 after other teams have played the games around us. As you can see, this is where we're going to line up the team for the foreseeable future. Due to injuries to do have, obviously, Cunningham just coming back from injury pretty soon. We've got some pretty big injuries, like Steshko's out for 75 days. We also have Harry Maguire out for 43 days. So the team's going to be lined up the way it is right now. So players like Manu and Joshua Wazurski are players that are most likely going to be leaving Man United IRL, as rumours of them leaving are pretty heavily, like Manu was always clearly not doing the best under Ruben Amorim. Not really been getting the game time he needs as well, and is a big player. I would like to keep in the team. Obviously, he would be the natural replacement for Casemiro in this team if he weren't going to get sold IRL. But I do feel like to keep this sort of realistic, we're going to let him go, and I'm going to give Casemiro a chance in the team for this game. I mean, he doesn't really have the pace, but hopefully he can do well for us as a deep line playmaker, CDM, and also the Duarte in midfield, as these two hopefully will do well together. As we've got Amad Diallo down the right, and Boomer will be up front with Wazurski for this game. Let's get into this one, and hopefully start the series off with a big win up against Crystal Palace to show that we do have a chance at maybe, just maybe, saving Ruben Amorim at Man United here. It's been a while since I've used three at the back, so I'm going to have to get used to this again. See, when I last used this formation, it was pretty good for us. We do well to defend with Martinez, Bruno Fernandes. Onto Dorgu, who overruns the ball, and Lacroix gets it off him. Martinez steals it, look that from him. Hopefully Dorgu can get back up to his feet, because losing him to injury straight away would not be great, as we have obviously some big injuries right now in the team. It's Bruno Fernandes, the captain of the team, can hit them from range. Bruno Fernandes, wide of the post though. Ball over the top looking for Mateta. Mateta, great defending there from Yoro though against his fellow Frenchman, and Yoro can play the ball out. Dorgu is still got a knock on him, so we're going to have to take him off at half time. Or in a few moments anyway. And Xerxes. He's got room here. The Dutchman hits it, and the Dutchman scores a great goal. Crystal Palace just dropped off us there and gave Joshua Xerxes the room to hit it from range. A play that Man United are most likely going to let go IRL. Scores our first goal of the series here. A strike from range for his first goal in the Premier League of the season. And the Dutchman has put us ahead. And I don't know what Palace were doing. They just kept dropping off him. And I thought, you know what, we've got the room to hit it. Why not? And Xerxes found the top corner of the net there with a fantastic finish. It makes it 1-0 to us. We should have to see. And with that, is a question mark for us. Because Xerxes right now, if we're going to keep the series realistic, would be a player who would most likely sell moving forward. Casemiro, a lovely challenge there from him. That's the experience that he does have. And can still offer us. And Bumo. Falling into Amad Diallo, and Amad Diallo shoots what he blocks. Good defending there from Matthias de Ligt, patience there from him, being shown. Bruno Fernandes forward. Amad Diallo feeds it through into Brian Mbeumo, playing out of position as a striker. Goes inside, he hits it from a Brentford man denied though by Dean Henderson. Mateta into Pinot, ball through, there is Martinez, good defending there from him though. Puts away honours. Pinot, here to go to Adam Wharton up to Mateta. The Frenchman does well. The play switching still mean, but Lamens makes a great save. Bruno Fernandes up here to Brian Mbeumo. Great mid there by him. Goes inside, can get a finish away this time. He does. Dean Henderson though makes a save again, no, and it's going to go out for a corner to us. Pinot now coming forward. Great defender from De Ligt though, intercepting there. Bruno Fernandes can carry the ball forward. Send it forward into Amad Diallo. Diallo and Bumo. Xerxes. Oh, why is it? I was hoping to pass it out wider to Mason Mount. Why did it pass it? It's going to be yours. And, oh, I'm not too sure who won that header, but it hit the post. Mateta. Daichi Kamada. Philippe Mateta. Oh, no. As they're doing well here. He shoots. And thankfully puts it wide to the post there. So we get one right here. Ugarte. Uruguayan from a PSG and Sporting midfielder. Denied them by Maxence Lacroix. And that should be end of the game now. And 3 points secured for Man United against Crystal Palace away from home at Selhurst Park. And what is a decent result for us, a decent performance on another day against a bigger team. We might have lost though because Crystal Palace were very good defensively in the second half. Obviously, attacking wise, didn't really do much for themselves so in this game, but they got unfortunate a little bit. Lemens made a massive save, and Joshua Wazirski's great goal sees to get the 3 points here. As you can see, stats wise, a fairly even game. We get the win there, that's all that matters. Lemens, man of the match performance from him, made a couple of big saves for us. And our first 3 points of the season here, or of the series here, I should say. And when it's back-to-back wins there for United with Delit and Bumo, and also Bumo getting a brace for himself in this one, up against West Ham away from home, well, at home, sorry, to get a massive 3 points against them here. And when it's 3 from 3 against Wolves here with a 2-1 victory up against them away from home, and Bumo getting a goal later on, and a double from him as well. He's in great form right now, clearly, as Krejci gets a goal for them. And when it's time to see if we can go 4 from 4 this time up against Bournemouth at home or at Old Trafford, and so we're going to go with our full strength 11 we do have right now. See Cunha back from injury, playing the advanced forward role, and I said Joshua Wazirski in the striker formation. Let's get into this one. Dorgu didn't get injured, by the way. Thankfully, the medical staff did their job. He didn't pick up the injury that he probably should have done at the end of that game. But let's get into this one up against Bournemouth here. And we're currently sit fifth in the table right now. Let's see if we can continue our great form that we've had since we took over in the series, and hopefully not lose to Bournemouth here at home. And taking them to further glory with the likes of Semenyo, Cliver in the team. Stevanier, good block there from Yoro, going to get the ball away. Now we can't somehow force back to Evan Nilsson, who plays it across the Semenyo back to Evan Nilsson. And somehow we didn't concede there. Yeah, and Bumo. Ugarte. Bumo now trying to drive through the former Brentford man. Can he do so? No, we can't because the Brentford defender stopped us there just about. And wide to Tavernier. Ball forward. Clivert now shoots. Yoro defender ball there from Delit though. It's a fantastic challenge there from the Dutchman, just about in the nick of time to stop him. Well, so far Bournemouth are doing more to defenders and looking pretty good going forward as we get an attack here though. Dorgu is offside. The pass was meant for Xerxes to begin with anyway, but out. I don't mind him on that Royals. Clivert's inside here though. Clivert, the Dutchman, across. Good defending, good goalkeeping there from Lemens to stop them. So we probably should be losing this game by now because Bournemouth have looked pretty good going forward. They just haven't pulled the trigger and managed to score yet. So we're struggling to get the ball forward. As well, Smith defends us, but Bruno. Xerxes. Oh, he turns straight into Tyler Adams. When it comes to defending attacks. Dorgu. Inside it to Mateus Cunha, can he get his goal? Mateus Cunha shoots and scores our first chance of the game, 39 minutes in. And Mateus Cunha, the number 10, gets his second goal of the Premier League season for us. That makes it 1-0 to us here. And always seen a resurgence of Man United here. Obviously a lot easier to do in Croatia than it is IRL. Because obviously FC26 is not the hardest game to play. And when Mateus Cunha drives inside, gets the goal to make it 1-0 to us. And Bournemouth in this game have been a much better team. They've been getting forward and looking dangerous, but they just haven't pulled the trigger and scored a goal yet. And we have done so. As Mateus Cunha here strikes to make it 1-0 here at Old Trafford. You'll have to see it. Break to Clivert. Don't like this. Good defending again though against them. They just aren't shooting, which is the issue with the AI for me in this game. They just don't really, they just pass it around quite a lot in the attacks for no reason. I do unnecessary skill. It's like right there shooting would have possibly got them a goal, but we're going to the half-time break, 1-0 up. Ball forward into Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo here. Oh no, Semenyo's done well. Ball inside to Vernier. There's Delit though defending him. Well, we are riding our luck right now. Ball forward looking for Cunha. Can we get to it? No, we can't. Good defending there from them. Oh no. Bournemouth. To Vernier. Blocked by Yoro. And honestly, we have been so lucky in this game that we've managed to block them just about as Delit messes that pass up massively there. We used them in. Chidowobi. Madiolo. Substitutions thinking up here with Cunha. And not Chidowebi, good defending there though against Amad Diallo from Bournemouth, as Amad Diallo's done well to beat the challenge. Diallo across to Chidowebi, and it's 2-0. The two substitutes linking up, and Chidowebi gets a goal. He's going to be loaned out for the rest of the season, by the way. I feel like that's best for him, as he's only 65 rated. I'm not too sure how much game time he's going to get for us this season, and how impactful he will be for us. But right now, he's scored for us. You'd have to see it. And Amad Diallo with the assist. Both substitutes linking up well there. You'd have to see that. And Chidowebi with the goal. Amad Diallo with the assist. Makes it 2-0 and a much needed second goal for us in this game, because Bournemouth probably should have scored a goal or two in this game, honestly. They have just, I don't know where it is, man. I feel like the AI just need to shoot more. I turned up their shot frequency to 75 and they just don't shoot. They do a bunch of unnecessary skill moves and everything like that. And I just don't, for some reason, pull the trigger for the shots. It might be because competitive mode is on. I turned it on for this series, so I might have to turn it back off, because I feel like sometimes competitive mode actually just negatively affects the game. It makes it easier. So after this game, I will turn it back off. So we're going to the attack though. Cunha flicks it in behind. Matej Cunha, great move from him, but unfortunately Bournemouth defended us out. I go back to make it interesting. Tavernier still going here, and that's where the AI just aren't shooting. Like right there, he needs to shoot. But because of competitive mode, I think it is, he just doesn't shoot there. Tavernier. Inside the Cliver, shoots, and the effort, less said about that the better. Forward, Chidowebi to Amad Diallo. Back here to Bruno Fernandes, going to get the shot away. The Portuguese international hits it, blocked though by Senesi, and it's going to be end of the game. It's going to be a 2-0 victory for us. It's going to be 4-4. And a win at Old Trafford against Bournemouth here. I wonder if this game was harder, we definitely could have lost this game. I'm going to turn competitive mode back off because, well, as you saw in this game, Bournemouth didn't shoot. In positions where they should have shot, they didn't shoot. I might turn the shot array down as well for the AI, as we beat Irregular's men here at Old Trafford. You'd have to see it. And a big victory for us there. They go to go 4-4. And a well-deserved victory for us as well. Amad Diallo came on and got man of the match Chidowebi up there as well. And well, it's a great performance from the team here to get another 3 points for us in this series. And well, for this next game, I was going to switch to the 3-5-1, I think it is, or 3-4, or 3-2, whatever it is. The one with two cams next to the striker and left mid, right mid with two centre mids. I was going to switch that one for this game. But I felt like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right now, this formation's working for us. And let's get into this one, though, against Aston Villa, away from home at Villa Park, and hopefully get another big victory to go 5-5 in this episode so far. Watkins to Daniel Marlon. Boubacar Kamara. Morgan Rogers over the top. To find Matty Cash. Can Martinez defend him? Right now he can't, as we need options in midfield, though, to stop the Majora. Blocks the shot. Needs an option. Odorgu back in possession. Bruno Fernandes, lovely move from him, but Con's going to head it away. Ball forward, great play from us. Dorgu coming forward, and can he score? He hits it, denied it by Emiliano Martinez, was the target for Man United. And the transfer window ended up not happening. But as well, Rogers to McGinn. Watkins shoots the Mensa, makes a save. Lovely play here, Dorgu in possession again here. So he's at a lively game, Patrick Dorgu. A chance here for him, though. Get another shot away. Dorgu cuts inside, he shoots the Dane. Puts it wide to the post, though. That could have been a big goal for us just for the half-time break, but he puts it wide. Bruno Cunha flicks it inside. Great move there from him. Cunha with the inventiveness, but Martinez makes the save. I feel like we should have scored there. Cunha should have scored 100%. Ian Martson and Arner into Watkins, who shoots the Mensa. Good save from us. Xerxes cuts it inside. Can he hit it? Yes, he does, but it's wide of the post. Watkins, who do I mark here? Ball forward into Daniel Marlon. He's done well. Marlon, that's great defending from Yoro, though, just to get his shoulder in there and get the ball away. And what it seems like it's going to be a 0-0 draw unless we can get forward. No, we can't. Chidowebi. Kamara defends us. It's a 0-0 draw. We're set back to needing 5 more wins in a row for like United fans to shave us here. And it's a 0-0 draw against Villa here, away from home at Villa Park. And in a way, it deserves for us all. A point apiece is fair, in my opinion. Obviously, a boring game, no goals, but the men's man of the match for us, and Martinez, the same for them. And stats-wise, well, possession-wise, we had more. They had more shots than us by 1, and we had more passes. But a deserved result is a draw against Villa here, so I'm not upset about this. And as you can see, for our final game of the episode up against Newcastle, I'm going to try out the free. Keep forgetting what this formation is called. The 3-4-2-1 formation. You can see that's the tactics we're using for this game, and we're going to get straight into this one. They're currently 11th in the table. We're currently 3rd in the table. I had an impressive start to this series, bringing back Man United back to obviously where they need to be in European football for Amarin to not get sacked next season. That's the storyline we're going for in this series. This next episode will be the transfer window. So drop in the comments down below who you want to see as someone going to look into the transfer budget after this episode and potential signings we can make to improve this team. Most notably in the midfield position, we need to get a new centre mid to replace Casemiro, because obviously Casemiro is a player that's going to be leaving on a free contract most likely, and also is a player that's aging and doesn't really perform the best in that midfield role as he used to. Honestly, in the game is pretty decent, but it's a player we definitely need to replace at some point. Obviously, we need not Cunha back from injury. We need Seshko back from injury, which is going to be in another 49 days, and Maguire is back in just over 2 or 3 weeks. So that's not bad for us having Maguire back from injury, but not a player I'm going to really use in the team due to the pace issue that he does have. But Seshko is the main one we need back from injury to be our starting striker over Xerxes. And also drop in the comments down below, like I said, the players you want to see a sign. Let's get into this game now, up against Newcastle, and hopefully beat them in the final game of this one. The one I was using was pretty decent, but we might have to switch to this one if it works out better for us. And Boomer here, transfer him early on, but blocked low. Not so sure why, but sure. Sonali floats it in, and it's headed down. Cunha, thankfully, is going to get this away. Oh, it's not within that pass, but sure, Visser denied there by Lemens. As Mbumo floats it looking for Xerxes in the box, and Xerxes somehow has A, handballed it there, and B, not scored. And Gordon here battling. I was hoping he would grab the shirt there, but he went for the lunge for some reason. Joelinton, Casemiro intercepts, but Bruno for Guimaraes, and Lemens makes a save. They're not sure it even fell to Guimaraes, but thankfully we didn't concede. As Lemens comes out and collects that one. Mbumo looking to create something here. Xerxes back through, and a ball across to Dorgu, and that's 1-0. That's great play. 40 minutes in, we take the lead, and it's Patrick Dorgu who gets the goal. To be fair, he almost scored in our last game once or twice, and he gets a goal here. And you'll have to see it as we take the lead here at Old Trafford against Newcastle. And this great play, great give and go with Mbumo and Xerxes there. Ball across, and Dorgu, simple finish to the far corner there, takes a lead for us. It's a great goal for us in this game. Newcastle shutting the attack here from the kick-off. They might get a goal. I hope they don't here, because that would be frustrating, as Ugarte does well. Bruno Fernandes can get it out. Ball into Johan Visser. Yoro, good defending there from him. Cunha to Mbumo. I might have to switch Cunha and Bruno Fernandes around. But Cunha from range wide out, the Brazilian hits it, and Pope makes a fairly comfortable save for himself. Cunha, here's Mbumo. Xerxes, that ball's behind him, that's unfortunate. Dorgu. Xerxes through, looking to find Cunha, but lovely ball forward into Mbumo. Xerxes give and go with Mbumo. Could he score? And Mbumo scores, and it's 2-0. That's his 10th goal of the season. In 18 games, he's been one of Man United's best players IRL, and he's been obviously doing pretty well for us in the series. It's his first goal he scored for us, though. Other than sim games, in a played game, that's his first goal. As a boomer there. We're not going to get to see it due to the glitch still being in the game, but his strikes are back in the net there. Great give and go with Xerxes. He's honestly playing great up front as a striker. But I feel like I might want to try Cunha at striker and Matiolo in the cam role, which I'm going to try for the rest of the game. I feel like that could work for us. So Cunha goes striker. We're also going to take off Ugarte to bring on Manu. Johan Visser. Martinez makes a block low. Again, Newcastle didn't have to pass it there. They could have gone for the running and behind. The way this game works is the AI are stupid, to be honest. Here's Mazraoui. Lewis Hall gets a ball off him before I got inside. Alanga takes it down. A Swedishman from a United player. Cuts it back. Joelinton inside to Johan Visser, who shoots and finds the back of the net, and he's going to be a very interesting final few minutes of the game now, because Johan Visser's made it 2-1. And it was a very weak finish from him, but it finds the back of the net nonetheless. As Visser runs to the centre circle to celebrate. I'm not so sure why the players in this game do this, but it's been a glitch in the game since it's towards the start basically. But as we now do centre circle, well, this game's obsessed with the centre circle. Basically, the camera now focuses on that, and also the players run to the centre circle to celebrate. Trying to lock it forward, Livramento as well to defend him, but that should be the end of the game now. It's going to be a 2-1 victory at Old Trafford against Newcastle here. No clean sheet for us, but to be fair, Newcastle played well. They deserved a goal in this game. We'll beat Eddie Hall's team to remain in the top 4. That's a big victory for us as well, as we hopefully are going to claw back some ground on some other teams above us and gain some ground on the teams behind us. But Mbumo, the man of the match award from him. And overall, I feel like this formation wasn't as good as the last one, but it wasn't bad. Obviously, the players are still developing into their roles and stuff like that, but we dominated the game, barely an opportunity for both teams, but a victory is a win. A victory is a victory, no matter how we get it, and that's all that matters, is that we won this game. And well, as you can see, to any episode, we're currently sit third in the table on 34 points. We climbed all the way up from 10th in the table to third, as you can see. A great first episode for us here. We're not too far behind Manchester City, and Arsenal are not far away at the top of the table. I see Aston Villa are behind us, as you can see, on 30 points. The rest of the table looks like this. As you can see Chelsea there on 29. Crystal Palace also Liverpool, and Brighton not too far away from us as well. So we need to kind of clear some ground away from them. But next episode, we're going to be in the transfer window. We've got 160 million to spend. And the main areas that Man United need to improve IRL are in midfield and also in defence. So we need to sign a new midfielder to replace Casemiro, maybe a backup midfielder, and also maybe one more defender, as we do have obviously backup centre-backs in Aiden Heaven, Luke Shaw. Harry Maguire's back from injury, and well, Seshko's going to be back from injury next episode as well. Is back in a month's time, as you can see. And obviously Obi's going on loan to get game time. Aiden Heaven, I might loan him out as well, so he can get game time elsewhere. And other than that, we need to make signings. And well, Leon's also going to go on loan, by the way, the young left back. We're going to let him go on loan as well to Paraguayan. He's going to go on loan for the rest of the season. And we've got players to sell. Malacia, a player that I want to get rid of because a player that isn't really going to make game time for us. But we need to make a big decision now on Kobe Manu, because if we want to keep this series realistic, he's a player that is most likely going to leave Man United. In my opinion, United should keep him. Obviously, he's an academy player. He was looking pretty good for them in the old system they played under Ten Hag, and was looking great and a great player for the future. And under Amarim, he's not really worked out and not really looks like he's going to fit into the team. And obviously, Amad Diallo is a player that I do want to give game time to as well, but he's a player that could leave Man United at one point. Obviously, Mason Mount's a backup cam. How far he's fallen these days as a backup cam, that's all he is these days. Once one of the biggest talents in English football, and looking great at Chelsea, to now being a backup at United, but it is where it is. And well, it's going to be a quality backup for us anyway. It's usually pretty good in FC, but if we do keep this formation, Seshko is going to be back next episode. Zertsky will drop to the bench, and Cunha and Seshko will be up front together if that works out well. Or we could switch to the 3-4-2-1, that we were using in the last game, and maybe put Cunha at striker, and Madiolo comes into the team at cam. That could be the way around we do it. Or we keep Seshko or Zertsky at front and keep Cunha as a shadow striker in the cam role, depending on what you guys think we should do. We could also move into left mid, but Dorgu obviously is playing great for us right now, one of our best players in the team. Casemiro, despite not having any pace, is pretty good, to be honest. I like him in midfield, but we need to replace him definitely. And overall, we just need better bench options, and we need to also improve the first team slightly to make it a team that can also challenge for trophies and win them. But in terms of the stats, as you can see so far, we've got 10 goals and 2 assists from Mbumo, who's looking pretty good. Rashford obviously out on loan at Barca, doing pretty good as a player. And we're going to most likely sell next season. Casemiro up here as well. Højlund, a player we're going to sell. And in terms of assists, Bruno Fernandes up there with 6 assists, and Madiolo with 4. And obviously, as you can see, Mbumo is our best player by far, stats-wise, in the team. That's going to quote full of waffle of an outro. And as always, if you've got anything to enjoy the episode, drop a like and subscribe. Comment down below who you think we should sign. And as always, thank you for watching and goodbye.